Happy now? All is now. It's a gift to be in the present. The first sage signing back in here, putting out my perspective into the cloud of the collective to expand the collective consciousness. You're now tuning into the mind of an alginate moon / Aries moon, and it is Gemini hours as I make this video, and this is going to be new moon, okay? New moon video for all the signs. All right. So what does it mean for it to when we get to a full moon? So it's like this particular full moon we got Pluto in Aquarius, okay? So we got this Pluto influence. So we got the sun and moon conjunct in one sign, okay? So which means that's how you can identify a new moon, okay? When the sun and moon is conjunct. But when the sun and moon is opposing each other, that's a full moon, okay? So yeah, we basically got a stellium. We got 4 planets in Aquarius right now. We got Pluto, Mercury, Moon, and the Sun. So we had a stellium in Capricorn, so it just basically shifted into Aquarius. So now I'm going to be breaking it down as far as the energy for, wherever house you got Aquarius at, where, how it's going to influence you, and a new moon is basically setting a new slate type shit, like having like a new found self or a new state of being or a new way of, let's say reacting or responding. So it's basically a time for also planting seeds and basically riding the waters and not being washed up under your emotions and the currents, okay, that you basically catch on these on a day-to-day basis and as we experience these transits, okay? So with that being said, if you have, okay, so let me basically break down this Pluto and Aquarius stellium type. So wherever a stellium, like I said, is basically like 3 or more planets in one area of life. So you're going to be having a lot of influence or focus in that area of life, okay? So if you got, and basically in this situation, the stellium is Aquarius, so it's basically going to be you let's say being fixed in communication, okay, or having something to be, something to be fixed, something that you can basically communicate about in a consistent or stubborn way. Stubborn would be lower octave, consistent would be higher octave, okay? So so and basically associating yourself, how for like the people, places, and things you associate yourself, this is basically the things you would want to react and respond towards and act towards as well, with the sun being there. And basically, communicate, having a fixed way of communicating or a unique way of communicating, or taking power and control in that area of life, aka that house, okay? So if you have Aquarius in the first house, okay, you will be, you will have a new unique way of, let's say, having, having like a self-image, a new self-image. Okay, so you have feelings and emotions of wanting to have a new self-image, to carry yourself in a new way, more in a, you already carry yourself in a communicative way because this is your energies. But if you have planets here or not, we also, you have, now you have planets transiting this house. So it's going to basically give you, is going to make you put attention, or people are gonna pay attention to that house. So basically you're gonna have influences to want to carry yourself in a more communicative way, in a more way of, someone that they know them for, their knowledge, someone that comes off in a way that, they seem like they know a lot, and it's going to basically, you're gonna have this new, yeah, you're gonna have new self-knowledge that you can basically incorporate. So you're gonna be unlocking powers in your first house, so of, you know how you carry yourself, your your let's say your will, you know your unconscious, your rising, okay? What you do unconsciously, you know? And how people see you, like I said. So you're going to, not only that, but you're gonna be having influences from Mercury to communicate more about stuff that deals with your self-image. This is things you're going to be more communicating about as well. And you're going to want to take power and control over your self-image in a way. So you're going to have a stellium in your first house, and of and this is basically filtered out through Aquarius. So this might, and you might be someone who is a public figure, or yeah, how you deal with, this is with Aquarius, dealing with how you deal with yourself, how you deal with yourself in the public. So you might be someone who is, have to assert yourself in the public a lot. So you might be feeling power needs to want to take power and control, over your self-image as well. With Pluto being there. All right. So, yeah. If you got Aquarius in the second house, this is basically, you're going to have new, okay, if you have planets here or not, now you have planets transiting this second house, but if you do have planets here, this is gonna be like you will be the example type shit, because it's basically your planetary return. Okay, so if you have planets in the second house, not planets, but if you have Aquarius in the second house, being ruling your second house, it is basically new ways of valuing. Okay, so new feelings and emotions, or having this new way of communicating, or wanting to take power and control over your gifts. Okay? Wanting to take power and control over with your gifts, what you have to offer. Okay? And your fixed possessions. Okay? And your values. So you might hear, it's basically where you'll have Aquarius, in the second house. It's basically like you'll have this, let's say, way, you value this technology. You value, the way you value has this, you value the esoteric, you value the astrology, you value something far out there, these are the things that you value. This is what is filtered out through, or this fixed way of communicating, or having facts, so, and this is what you'll be communicating as well, you'll be communicating this, and it's like you want to take power and control in this second house as well. So, yeah. Third house. If you have Aquarius in the third house, this is basically, okay, so this is having new ways, or new feelings, and new ways of going about communicating, and communicating with your surroundings and your familiar faces and places, and communicating. So like with your close environment and people that you're familiar with. So people like your cousins, your neighbors, okay? Not quite family, but neighbors, So you will have this new way of connecting with individuals that you are familiar with, okay? And you also communicate with, you communicate in your surroundings, and you also want to take power and control over your third house, which is dealing with, your familiar places, faces, you want to take power and control over that area of life. Now, there's positives, there's positive and negatives to everything, but it's like, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Because niggas want to be narcs and shit. Niggas can be narcs and shit, so want to take power and control. Let me just hush my mouth. But hey, we got, if you have Aquarius in the fourth house, this is new ways, or new feelings, or new actions of connecting and associating in the home. Okay? So you might already do this, like, as I like you might already have ways of connecting in the home, because this is your energy. But with the sun and moon conjuncting here, you might have new ideas, okay, of how you can even make it better, of how you connect with individuals in the home. And this might be someone who is if I didn't say it in the third house, but this might be, if you, I'm gonna go back to the third house, new ways of of new ideas on content. That's for the third house if you have Aquarius there. But back to the fourth house, this is basically creating new ways on, having this humanitarianism, or ways of helping people within their home. So it's like having this having ways of, you know making people feel comfortable. Okay, so this might be someone who is a counselor, so counselor energy, you know so yeah, this is a next. If you have Aquarius in the fifth house, this is new ways of entertaining, new ideas on how you can entertain, uh really broadcast this entertainment, and through technology, utilizing technology, new ideas on how you can, connect, really, let's say, communicate as well on what you entertain and what you're entertained by. Okay, so you have this fixed way on how you communicate about what entertains you as an individual. And this might be a new family member, or having new children, having this new idea, or new connecting and creating someone new, like, because fifth house deals with children. So yeah, if you have Aquarius in the fifth house, you're also gonna want to take power and control over your fifth house, like what you entertain, what is what you choose to entertain, what hold on, yeah, your self-expression as well, and your creativity. If I didn't say creativity, yeah, so this is basically new ways of being creative as well. So yeah. So if you have Aquarius in the sixth house, this is basically new ways on, like, a new ways on how to go about, or act on, or communicate, or take power and control over your day-to-day routine, work, health, or ability to schedule. Okay? If you have Aquarius in the seventh house, this is new ways on how to go about, or react and respond, or communicate, or take power and control over your relationships, how you relate to everything, people, places, and things. Okay? If you have Aquarius in the eighth house, this is new ways on how to act, or react and respond, or communicate, or take power and control over your desires, deep transformations, sex, secrets, shared values, behind the scenes. Yeah. This is an occult occult mysticism. Okay, so yeah, you might have ways on how you can broadcast things, not broadcast, but associate and have and communicate in a fixed way about things behind the scenes in the dark, things that seems to be taboo. So, if you have Aquarius in the ninth house, uses new ways on how to act or react and communicate or take power and control over your higher learning, wisdom, long distance travel, spirit house. Okay, this is a spirit house, and morality. All right. So, this is basically having this God complex, okay? Because Aquarius, those what I know, and when it comes to the ninth house, when it's in the ninth house, dealing with higher learning, and basically your morality, you might feel like you know God type shit. You might really feel like you know God. So it's like, but, and you might feel like you want to rebel, but, you know, it's like depending on how, that shit is playing out in your reality, and how the state of being you in, the type of state of being you in type shit, that shit can always, humans and people that are on the outside can always see type shit. So there's positive, negatives to everything, you know. So that's how that might play out. So if you have Aquarius in the 10th house, if you have Aquarius in the 10th house, this is ways on how to act or react or communicate or take power and control over how you gain status, career, or structure or safety. Okay? So, yeah, this might be a really, let's say, productive time for you. Really standing on business as far as with your associations, okay? So, if you have Aquarius in the 11th house, this is new ways on how to act or react or communicate or take power control over unfamiliar faces, places, and how you conduct yourself in the public arena, gadgets, science, technology, astrology, okay? Yeah. If you have Aquarius in the 12th house, this is new ways on how to act, how to react, on how to act, how to react, and also communicate and take power and control over, your subconscious, imagination, dream realm, creativity, and romantics. And yeah, that's going to be it for all the 12 houses. 12 houses. First Stage signing out. Catch you next now.